Hey, welcome back to my channel Endless Pages. I'm Liv and welcome to today's video, which is my TBR for the month of May. This month I think I'm going to take it easy. Last month I had a fantastic reading month. My slump has been officially defeated. I obliterated it. It's back and I'm reading with an absolute vengeance at the moment, which I'm loving. So I don't want to mess with that flow. Like I don't want to bring the slump back. She comes back often, so I don't want to put heaps of pressure and make myself read books that I don't want to read because I just got the reading slump defeated. I do not want to bring it back. That being said though, I know in the month of May the Witchathon Readathon is happening, and that's created by Hope from It's Hope Books. I've looked at the prompts. There's like a little bingo board for it and they're not crazy hard prompts. They're really generous prompts and wouldn't be super hard to fill. So I think I'm just going to play it by ear, so to speak. I'm not going to seek out any that are purposely going to meet the prompts. If they meet the prompts and later on if they meet the prompts, they meet the prompts, maybe I'll try doing it that way. If not, later on in the month, if I know that my flow is still good, I'll purposely read books for that readathon. But yeah, no pressure. I'm kind of half participating, half not participating, if that makes sense. Yeah. Also, the link for that readathon will be in the description below if you guys want to participate. Even though I said I'm taking it easy and that I'm reading what I want in May, I still have a list of books that I really am in the mood for, want to get to, and I'm just going to tell you what those are. First up is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I want to reread this. The Hunger Games resurgence on TikTok has absolutely pulled me straight back into that feeling of being like 13, 14, being absolutely obsessed with these books. I remember I picked it up just before the first one came out and first movie came out, I should say, and absolutely fell in love with this series. It's one of my favorites to this day, but I've only read it once and I feel like I can't say it's a favorite if I've only read it once, just because normally I reread favorites over and over and over again. So I thought it was time to reread this. I kind of took the lazy option last month and I started watching the movies, but the movies are a work of art, but you know, the original is the best as always. So I thought I've been craving to, that's not the right word, I've been really wanting to pick this up. I'm not going to tell you the blurb. I'm assuming you all already know the blurb of this book, but I'm very excited to jump back in, and I've just been loving reliving that 13, 14-year-old dystopian obsessed person and that vibe and everything. So I'm ready to bring back those feelings of falling in love with Peter. The next book I want to attempt to get to in May is Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I've been in such a thriller mood recently, so I've been looking for recommendations on BookTube and BookTok, and this one that seems to be one that comes up a lot. I just want to say, how ugly is that cover? Ew, I can't. This is a library book. I've seen the other cover. The other cover is so much better. Anyway, this is about Claire, I think her name is, yeah. And about 20 years ago, Claire's sister Julia vanished without a trace, and that's never been solved. And now another woman has has disappeared, and she might not be the only one, and Claire's is convinced that this might have something to do or is linked to her sister's disappearance. So as she starts to investigate, she is confronted with a shocking truth about her sister, and she might never be the same again. Next up, I would like to read Brandon Sanderson's The Well of Ascension. This is book 2 in the Mistborn trilogy. Book 1 is called The Final Empire. In that book, we follow this world where for 1,000 years the Lord Ruler has ruled with fear. He treats the Scar population basically as slaves, and there's kind of new hope rising with an uprising being planned. Two main players, and that is a criminal mastermind and a street girl who has to learn the magic of allomancy. Yeah, I read that not last month, the month before or something like that, and like it was incredible. I've never read a magic system like that before, so I'm really excited to jump into this one. I feel that I need to read this sooner rather than later, because I feel like all the information is just going to pop out of my head and I'm going to be very confused. And Mistborn is very long and I do not want to reread that anytime soon. So as amazing as it was, but it was long. So I need to read this soon so I can appreciate it fully. Next up, I would love to read The Heroes of Olympus Book 1, The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This series is the series that's set straight after the Percy Jackson series. I think I've been so reluctant to read this one because I know it's not a book about Percy, Annabeth and Grover, and I'm very, very sad. And I know they do appear, I think, now and then in this series or other series in the world, but yeah, I feel like I'm judging this book before I've started because it's Rick Riordan, it's, you know, Greek mythology, same world as Percy, like it's gonna be amazing, but I need to give it a go, a fair shot. The last book on my list that I want to attempt to check out in May is Fury Born. This is by Claire Legrand. So this has been sitting on my, how long has this been? Deckled Edges. I have never noticed that before. I picked up this book so many times. What the hell? No, I haven't got anything on the cover. This Deckled Edges? I'm not the biggest fan of Deckled Edges. Is that controversial? Anyway, this book, yeah, the reason I picked this up is because I saw a quote on TikTok. I mean, to be fair, I didn't buy this because of Book Talk. It's been sitting on my physical TBR for years and years and years. But I've seen people talking about it on TikTok recently and it's just triggered, like, there was one quote I saw about like a romancy quote and I was like, I'm in. I want to read this now. So I don't think I'm going to be able to explain the blurb to you. So I'm just kind of going to summarize it. Bear with me. So this is about two young women centuries apart. They hold the power to either save the world or doom it. When assassins ambush her best friend, the Crown Prince Rael, I want to say, risks everything to save him, exposing her ability to perform all 7 kinds of elemental magic. The only person who should possess this power are a pair of prophesized queens, a queen of light and a queen of blood. To prove she is the Sun Queen, Rael must endure 7 trials to test her magic. If she fails, she'll be executed unless the trials destroy her first. 1,000 years later, the legend of the Queen Rael is mere fairy tale to bounty hunter Eliana. When the Undying Empire conquered her kingdom, she embraced violence to keep her family safe. Now she believes herself untouchable until her mother vanishes. To find her, Eliana joins a rebel captain on a dangerous mission and discovers that the evil at the heart of the empire is more terrible than she ever imagined. I'm very good at reading. As they both fight in a cosmic war that spans millennia, their stories intersect and the shocking connections between them all will ultimately determine the fate of the world and of each other. This sounds amazing, but it also sounds really confusing and kind of high-ish fantasy, so I'm very scared. So there we have it. That is my tentative TBR for the month of May. Let me know in the comments which of these books should I really push and really try to read, or what is a book that you are so excited to get to in May. As always, all of my social media links are in the comments below. If you'd like to see more of me and haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in whatever the hell I post next. Bye!